The primary purpose of this method is to assure stockholders such as shareholder, management and regulatory authority a proper reporting system to management will closely monitor the wastage. So we'll find out the wastage, reduce the wastage, the cost will become down. Whatever the trade dispute is there, that should be brought to the government such a way that the dispute should be minimized. Hello my dear students, I am Dr. B.S. Subramania, called by name Dr. B.S.S., Professor in Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Aid College, a Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In this session, I am going to hand Advanced Cost Accounting, 3rd semester, Unit 6, Session 1, in favor of cost audit. So I am going to explain what do you mean by cost audit, what do you mean by financial audit, what's the difference between cost audit and financial audit. We'll move on. Agenda. Meaning of cost audit, objectives of cost audit, advantages of cost audit and to management, advantages of cost audit to shareholders, advantage of cost audit to government, disadvantage of cost audit, what do you mean by financial audit, difference between cost audit, it's compulsory. So what are the things we are going to deal now? Meaning of cost audit, objectives of cost audit, advantage of cost audit to management, advantage of cost audit to shareholders, advantage of cost audit to government, disadvantage of cost audit, financial audit, difference between cost audit and financial audit. We'll move on. A cost audit examines an entity's cost records and other linked information, including the non-profit entity. So what do you mean by a cost audit? Examine entity of cost record. So what is the cost of an article? When you say the cost of an article, what's the total expenditure of a product? The expenditure may be direct expenditure or indirect expenditure and other linked information, including non-profit entity. So non-profit entity means we do not earn any profit or only service motive. Then the primary purpose of this method is to assure stockholders such as shareholder, management and regulatory authority. So we deal with the cost regarding the shareholder, regarding the management, regarding the regulatory authorities, means even for the government. The cost information a company reports is reliable and in compliance with the relevant regulation and standard. So first we have to calculate the costing. According to costing, the selling price will be fixed, a standard will be maintained. It comprises of the following: verification of cost accounting records for the accuracy of cost account, cost report, cost statement and cost data. So we are going to receive what's called submit verification cost accounting records for the accuracy of cost accounts, cost reports, cost statement and cost data. All information will be supplied. Examine these records to ensure they adhere to the cost accounting principle, plans, procedure and so we have got separate plan for costing, how to find out the cost, what are the statement of cost. We say statement of cost means first is called prime cost, second is called factory cost, third is called cost of production, then we have got total cost. Direct material, direct labor, direct expense is the prime cost. Add factory expense become the factory cost. Add office and administration expense become the cost of production. Add selling and distribution expense become the total cost. All these records ensure they are there to cost accounting principle, plans, procedure and objectives. Objectives of cost audit. The primary objective of cost audit is to verify the accuracy of cost record, ensure compliances with cost accounting standard and identifies areas of the cost control and efficiency improvement. So how to improve the cost? If the cost come down, the selling price will also come down. If the cost goes more, selling price also goes more. It helps in detecting fraud, reducing wastage and providing reliable cost data for decision. If you want to make the decision, the cost should be reduced. So in order to reduce the cost, you have to find detecting the fraud. What are the things going wrong things here? Reducing the wastage so that the cost of the article will come down and providing reliable cost data for decision making. To maintain the accuracy of the data related to cost, to ensure coverage of all arithmetic data in any account book. So you have to take into consideration all the items which are available in the company in the books of account, then find out the cost data. It helps in maintaining all cost related principles and complete the other to preparing the cost record. You take all the items into consideration, then find out the cost of the particular product. Advantage of cost audit to management. It helps the management to get reliable data for its day-to-day operation like price fixing, control, decision making. All depends upon the cost. So it helps the management to fix the price, to control the hours of price fixing, decision making. A proper reporting system to management will closely monitor the wastage. So we'll find out the wastage, reduce the wastage, the cost will become down. A company can establish a reliable check on the valuation of closing stock and work in progress. So we have to find out what closing stock means, unsold stock, and work started but not yet completed, work in progress. It helps in detection of errors and fraud. So cost accounting helps you in detection of errors and fraud. It helps to point out any wastage for the company. You find out these are the wastage that should not be utilized. It helps to point out the drawback in the production process of a company. What are the drawbacks of the production? That will be shown by the costing system. Advantages recorded to shareholder. It ensures that proper records are kept regarding purchases and utilization of material, expenses on wages, etc. It also ensures that the valuation of closing stock, work in progress is fair. Thus, company can ensure their shareholder is fair investment return. If the investment return should be good, so we have to control the closing stock, we have to control the work in progress, we have to reduce the wastage so that the company can earn the profit. If the more wastage will there, then the cost of the article will go more, then the profit margin will be less. So in order to find what's called make the cost less, so we must see that the closing stock should be valued properly, then the wastage should be made minimization, then when you want to purchase, you must see that where the article should be purchased, where the article should be sold. But we have to find out the cost of that. No, we must then expenses on wages. It also ensures that valuation of closing stock and work in progress. Thus, company can assure the shareholder a fair investment return. Unless a fair investment return cannot be possible. Advantage of cost audit to government. When the government enters a cost plus contract, a cost audit helps the government reasonably fix the contract price. So in order to fix the contract price, you have to take the help of the cost. It fixes the ceiling price of essential commodity, and that's undue profit revenue is checked. Whether the profit is more or less, it will be checked here. This allows the government to focus on inefficient unit. Whatever the inefficient units are, that should be closed down so that the cost will be reduced. It enables the government to decide in favor of protecting the certain industries. Wherever the industry is there, if the industry is not properly working, if the cost goes more, if they not properly what's called reduce the wastage, the cost of the article will go more, and government has a burden. So that you should see that decide protecting the certain industry. Consequent management action can be create healthy competition among the various units in the industry. This imposes an automatic check on inflation, so that we can have the inflation. If there's any inflation is there, in order to check, they have to what's called compare the one unit to another unit, why that unit is making more expenditure, why this unit is making less expenditure. They are earning the more profit, this unit is not earning the profit. What's the reason? That has to be calculated, that has to be find out. It facilitates the settlement of trade dispute brought to the government. Whatever the trade dispute is there, that should be brought to the government such a way that the dispute should be minimized. Disadvantage of cost audit. Conducting the cost audit can be costly and time consuming. Somebody apply this. Cost audit is too costly and time consuming. This process requires the engagement of specialized auditor who may charge high fees in the same. So in order to make the cost audit, we have to appoint a specialization of cost record person, or we can say that this process specialized auditor should be appointed. So who may charge more for auditing the cost, so that the expenditure will be more. It involves a detailed examination of the company's cost account and record, which can be complex, require the high expertise. So that here we want to examine the company's cost account and record. It takes a lot of time. We have to appoint a specialized chartered accountant, cost accountant, so they will charge more, so that the cost of the article will go. It becomes a complexity among the company's affairs are concerned. Resistance from management. Company may view cost auditors as an intrusion into their operation and resist the audit process. This can lead to lack of cooperation from management and less effective audit process. So when the auditor enters, he wants to what's called mobilize or utilize the specialized cost auditor will enter to company and you want to audit everything. So there is a difference between the cost audit and the management, which leads to less effective audit process. A cost audit is not suitable for detecting fraud. It is not utilized in detecting the fraud. Therefore, it can be difficult for auditor to identify fraudulent activities, especially if they are well concealed. So it is very, very difficult for a cost audit. It is a cost one which cost more. So in order to detecting the fraud, cost audit is not suitable for detecting the fraud. It only focuses on the cost aspect of the company's operation and does not provide comprehensive view of this its financial performance. It only gives weightage for cost, but does not give more importance on financial performance. It gives only importance for the cost, not financial performance. A cost audit is based on historical cost data. It does not consider future trend or market condition that may affect the cost of product or service. A cost record is always based on old record, historical data, but today all records goes against future trend and market condition that may affect the cost product or services. So it is based on only historical cost data. What is financial audit? Financial audit is an auditing process in which auditor independently assess financial statement of the company to identify whether the relevant accounting principles means personal account, real account, and nominal account, and standards are duly complied with. Have they applied in these principles? Which are the principles are personal account, real account, and the nominal account. The purpose of the financial reporting disclosure. The auditor examines the financial statement. Financial statement means trading account, profit and loss account, and a balance sheet, which shows the financial position of the company. Consumer degree. In order to attain the rational basis, express his or her opinion on it. It is mandatory for every organization, irrespective of its size, legal structure, orientation, profit, etc. The primary objective of auditor is to ensure that The financial statement of the company present a true and fair view and are free from material misstatement which may mislead any part. So the financial audit to ensure that the presentation should be proper so that we can say that financially we are strong unless which may lead to any other thing. So in misstatement should not be there. Then differences between cost audit and financial important differences between cost audit and financial audit. Cost audit refers to through examination of the cost of production of the output. On the other side, a financial audit is a scientific examination accounts of books, records of company institution to check the accounts to express the opinion. It gives more important for cost, it gives the more important to the financial aspect. Second one, cost audit focus on cost aspect as efficiency, while financial audit examine the financial accounts. It gives more important financial account, it gives more important for the cost record. Cost audit is performed by practicing cost accounting. Cost audit is based on by a cost accounting, whereas a financial audit will be made by chartered accountant. Here, cost accountant, where it is run by cost accountant, it is run by chartered accountant. Cost audit is prescribed by the statute and ensure that cost statements are prepared according to standard. Financial review the internal control provides ongoing report, verifying the transaction and ensure the compliance. So it based on cost statement, it becomes based on financial statement. A cost auditor is appointed by company's board of directors, whereas it has been appointed by shareholders of the company and annual general body meeting. So it is appointed by company's board of director. It is appointed by the shareholder in the company's annual general meeting. The cost auditor analyzes the cost record, cost book and cost statement. He analyzes the cost record, cost book and cost statement. A financial analyze the company's financial statement of books, whereas this cost auditor analyze the cost record, whereas the financial audit called records the financial audit. So he will give more weightage for the cost financial audit, give the more weightage for financial audit. So statement of financial, this is important. Statement of accounts of books. Then in cost audit, emphasis is laid on the analyzing the efficiency of the operation and proper action of the management. In financial audit, more emphasis given to compliance of the financial statement with accounting standard. So see that in cost audit, emphasis laid on the analysis of the efficient operation of the action of the management, because they will find out the cost and given to management, they will fix the price of selling. Whereas in financial audit, they will give the more important for financial statement. Cost audit is mandatory for specific entities only. It is mandatory only for specific entities only, whereas financial audit is compulsory for all companies. It is compulsory for all companies. The cost auditor submits the cost audit report to the board of director. So cost auditor will submit the report to board of director, whereas financial audit submits the financial report to shareholder at the company's annual. So he will represent their cost financial audit to shareholder, whereas this is the board of directors. This is important. Cost auditor submits the cost audit report to board of directors, whereas financial submits the financial audit to shareholder at the company's annual general meeting. He will submit to shareholder in annual general meeting. He will submit to director, board of meeting here, board of directors at the directors meeting, which is then submit to central government. Hope you understand. I have explained what you mean by cost audit, what are the objectives of cost audit, what are the advantage of cost audit, what are the disadvantage of cost audit, What is financial audit? What are the objectives of financial audit? Difference between cost audit and financial audit. Generally, they will ask the question from the examination point of view. Difference between cost audit and financial audit. Hope you understand. So that we can complete. So everything here I have done process costing, contract costing, then operating costing, then we have nothing but service costing, reconciliation statement, then we have done the cost. Everything is completed and hope we will have all these problem model question paper will be submitted to you so that we can answer. So one question from process costing, one question from the contract costing for 15 marks, 10 marks question, one from operating costing, one from reconciliation statement, one here got. Then first question will be difference between the cost accounting and financial accounting, major question for 15 marks. So what's the question? What is the difference between cost, what's called we have got cost account and a financial accounting, then one problem from process costing, one problem from contract account. It may be 2 years contract or 3 years contract with a balance sheet. Then we'll have one problem from operating costing, that is called service costing. So one problem from, we have got reconciliation statement, one problem from standard costing, one theory, cost audit, difference between cost audit and financial audit. So every problem has been solved here. Please go through it. Definitely it will help you from the examination point of view. Hope you understand. Best of luck in the examination. We have done everything here. Please go through the videos so that we can understand. If we have got any doubt, we can make the comment. For the comment, we'll give the answer. Best of luck in the examination.